Valorant, a free-to-play competitive shooter that is fun to experience. A game that I've made many videos about. A game that's great with friends. And a game that could be much better. When a multiplayer game is ready to be released, it usually comes with a number of maps that are in the double digits. Sometimes it might be just a bit lower, but Valorant on the other hand only has a total of 4 maps in its competitive map pool, which pales in comparison to other shooters like CSGO, which has 10 maps without including all the maps in casual, and Rainbow Six Siege, which has a total of 12 maps. 4 maps in a competitive shooter should not be seen as a complete game. If someone dislikes 2 of them, then that means they dislike 50% of all the maps. But they also lack creativity in design, since all 4 of them look the same. That becomes really apparent when you compare all the mini-maps together. But they also lack creativity in style, since all of the 4 maps seem to just be happening inside of a town that is textured slightly differently and colored slightly differently. The similar design makes these maps pretty generic when you actually play them, but you know what else is creative and overpriced? That's right, the skins. While yes, Valorant is a free-to-play game, and its only microtransactions are cosmetic only, it still doesn't excuse them from charging 9,900 Valorant points for a bundle of skins, which is about $100 USD. A minimum wage worker in the US wins $7.25 per hour, so it would take 13.8 hours just to get a single bundle of skin out of the many that already exist. Warframe, a free-to-play consumer-friendly game, has skins that cost around $3 to $6 each, and after 7 years the game is still incredibly popular, and it also generates a lot of revenue. It even had a growth of 44% in revenue back in 2017. Valorant could also do the same thing and only charge a couple of dollars for skins, but instead they charge $100 for worthless skins that look cool. And that's not even counting the fact that you can upgrade them using Radiant Point, which can be earned for free, but very slowly. So you might end up spending more just to upgrade them. People like to compare these skin prices to the ones that are in CSGO, but in CSGO you can actually sell them and earn a higher amount of money. While Valorant skins, on the other hand, cannot be sold, nor can they be traded. So yeah, they are worthless. People buying these skins basically means that, hey, it's okay that your dragon bundle costs $100, which in turn will make them not lower the prices to any new bundles, since people seem to be buying them, I guess. Also, let's not forget that Riot Games is the developer behind Valorant, and also behind League of Legends. So I'm sure they don't really need that much money in order to support the game. But hey, even if there's a lack of maps and a lack of decently priced skins, at least the game makes up for it in game modes, right? Right? Valorant only has 3 game modes: unrated, ranked, and spike rush, which honestly makes the game seem a lot emptier compared to CSGO, and also of Rainbow Six Siege. But because there's a lack of maps, unrated and ranked can get boring very quickly, and there's no other game modes to entertain yourself, since Spike Rush is just okay. It also needs more moderate length game modes, since a match in casual takes way too much time, and the match in Spike Rush is way too short. Using the heroes in a deathmatch game mode would be fun and wouldn't give me a heart attack every time I played. There are custom matches where you can change basically all of the rules. You still need to get 10 people, and just getting 10 people regularly is just something that's near impossible if you're not a YouTuber or streamer. They could just release a game mode where everyone has unlimited powers or something similar to that, but they just need to release more since what they have right now is just not enough. To be quite honest though, there is one hero that really doesn't belong in this game at all, and you can probably guess who it is. Yes, I'm dedicating an entire section just for Raze, because she really just doesn't belong in the game at all. Her drone really doesn't take much planning, since once deployed it just bounces off walls and just searches for an enemy. It also just has way too much range. Explosion radius of her ultimate is just way too big. And combine that giant explosion radius with C4 and you got yourself an overpowered hero. In other words, if you're anywhere near this circle, you're just fucked. So if you somewhat know where the enemies are, you'll get a multi-kill. She should either be removed or rehauled into a hero that actually takes skill to use. While they did remove one grenade from her and made her ultimate louder, the rocket launcher and the grenade itself shouldn't be an ability in the first place. Guess we're gonna see what the future holds for Raze. There are other issues I want to talk about, but I'm gonna make them much more brief. Vanguard. Not only is it incredibly invasive because it has basic access to your computer, but it's also buggy. Because most of the time if there's an update, I always have to reboot my computer because Vanguard says it's not installed. And privacy with Vanguard is kind of worrying when Riot Games is owned by Tencent, a company that likes to spy on people. There is also the fact that some abilities are just copied from Overwatch, the best example being Sage, which has her ultimate that's basically the same as a normal ability for Mercy in Overwatch. A couple of the recoil patterns are the same as CSGO. This is very apparent when I show you this. And lastly, there's a lack of music when playing the game, so it feels pretty silent when I play a competitive match. Although this is a preference really, since a lot of people just don't listen to it. But there's also probably a lot of people who like to listen to music while they're playing, so they might want an in-game music to accompany them. Just like in CSGO. Though don't copy the exact same music if you're gonna do that. Well, that's all I had to say about the other smaller issues in the game. I didn't want to make other chapters just to explain them, since I really don't have much to say else about them, since it's pretty straightforward. Even if I bash this game a lot, I still think it's a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoy playing it with my friends and recording it, but just because it's fun doesn't mean it's perfect. If all the problems were resolved, this game could easily jump from a 7 to a 9 out of 10. And I hope Riot Games supports the game well and releases new content pretty fast. I also hope that they don't buff certain heroes that are already overpowered. I just hope that they don't make updates that everyone just hates. All in all, this game has a lot of potential to be much better than what it is right now, so I'm incredibly excited to see what the future holds for it. Hopefully it becomes better than what it currently is. hopefully it won't become like Battleborn. Jesus Christ, this game is so dead and flops so fucking hard. Does this game still even have servers? God damn. Here comes